brought this on myself.
Are you ready to throw the horns up, bang your head, and blast Motorhead from whatever stereophonic sound equipment you feel is rocking enough to blast metal upon the world? Because that's what you're going to need today in this episode of I Played a Thing, Devil Summoner 2. We are going full Tenacious D into this business, folks, and you better be ready for whatever hardcore devil-infused tracks this game is about to lay down on you. Prep your air guitars and sell your soul for rock and roll, because you are not going to want to come back from today's pulse-pound and boss-slaying journey into the metal. In any case, today, we are taking down 7 bosses in the most awesome ways possible in order to unseal the Death Star of Swords, which will allow us to lay righteous vengeance upon Apollyon, because that's how we're going to roll from here on. The Herald of the Yagutarasu will explain. Mikaboshi and Guto have a history. They have beef that's going back hundreds of years. We're going to help take care of that today. We must walk in the Dark Realm in a deliberate pattern. What is the most metal pattern of all of them? That's right. We're going to go in a pentagram. An upside-down pentagram. Because, as I said, that's how we roll now. I think we got it, Harold. Let's do this. For those about to rock, we salute you. We're always ready. Raidou is always ready. It is now time to rock, folks. But can Raidou handle it? Yes. Yes, he can. So we start in Dark Harumicho. That's a church. So, as you can see here, we finally make it to the church, and here's the first boss. Dragon. They're all going to be dragons, because that's how really metal this episode is. First dragon is Bakyong. As you may have seen in the introduction, yes, we will be able to fuse all these dragons too. Not that we're going to, they're kind of we got better demons. But in any case, you can totally fuse dragons because that's how metal we're gonna rock today. In any case, this dragon is wind-based, but he's weak to fire, so we're gonna send a fiery tiger after him. First, we're gonna have my Thoth use a spell in order to make all of our magic even more potent. Then I'm gonna have my fire tiger blast fire upon this dragon. Fire breath! Do it! Check out that damage! Probably want to heal up after that. Oh no! We just lost our fire tiger because the Bakyang is that badass. Well, we're gonna have to cope with something else, folks. He can cast Wind Cutter on my Mandrill all he wants, but it doesn't matter because my Mandrill will just absorb it because it's a magic absorbing beast and that's how it rolls. Yeah, we're not gonna be rocked by that evil hurricane. Not with our block up. So I'm pulling out another fire demon. Still weak to fire, still weak to our critical attacks. We are taking this dragon down, folks. We are taking this dragon down! And Wind Cutter ain't doing nothing but healing our healing demon. Sorry, Bot. It was a good fight, but we have to move on. We gotta ramble. We got places to be. Maybe a point in vitality, because we need more hit points. Oh yeah! And the first line of the Pentacle is drawn upon Tokyo. Woo! So our next battle spot will be Dark Tsukudo-cho. We've been here before, this is our first place we ever came from, and we're gonna face Shoten here. And there he is, a big badass elephant. What are we gonna do? We're gonna throw down, because that's what we always do. We're not afraid, Shoten. We are not afraid. Alright, Shoten, just like Bakyang, is also weak to fire. So we got our fire tiger out and we are not gonna let it die this time. First, gotta raise our magic power so we do more damage, and then fire breath this guy. Fire breath him. I cast fire upon thee, stupid elephant. Look how weak you are to the fire. And again. I want to be telling my tiger to cast fire manually every time, so it just doesn't keep doing it and wasting mana like we did with the first rider fight. Now have a look at something which is kind of a dick move on the developer's part. We are doing tons and tons of damage to Shouten, and his life bar is not going down at all. That is because the life bar is only programmed to go down at certain points in the fight. Now it's allowed to go down a little more. What's kind of weird about this elephant is that even though it is weak to fire, it can cast a fire spell. Don't quite understand it, but it's the way that Shin Megami Tensei games roll. Uh-oh, I'm confused. Which means that my controllers are backwards. But it's fine though. I'm used to that. Another fire breath, please, Mr. Tiger. And another one. And another one comes, and another one comes, another one is gonna bite the dust. I decide, to heck with it, just go full on fire breath. Even though I'm confused, I can still attack him. Unfortunately, I get poisoned here, but I have plenty of vaccines, so I'm not worried. And we have beaten Shouten. Put your hands in the air for that. Go on. It's okay to rock. And we draw the second line of the pentacle. I can feel the metal already churning through the streets. The next spot we're gonna rock out on is Ginza-cho. And as you can see here, we got another dragon who wants to throw down with us. But unfortunately, before we do that, oh yeah, folks. We've got the Black Rider, another fiend. Yeah, they all say the same thing when they start. The Black Rider, unlike the other fiends, has no weaknesses that we can really take advantage of. This is a pure strength fight, and so we gotta go at it with everything we have. And you can see here with his luck roulette, there's nothing good on it. We are boned any way we do it. Now you see he casts Starvation, which does a huge amount of damage to the demons, but even worse, it halves our magic if we get caught in it. That's right, we lose half of our magic. This is not good, especially in a fight that's going to take as long as this one. He killed my baboon, but fortunately has the skill Endure, which allows it to survive with one death, with one hit point. Then it casts Diorama on itself. So this fight doesn't go well. We lose a lot of demons in the process. But unfortunately, we knock it down. And then finally, after many minutes of whittling away on this sucker, he keeps casting Soul Balance on us, which can really wreck your stuff if you don't have your defense up when it happens. But at long last, we get it down, just like the other fiends. You've seen fiend fights before, this one's no different. But at long last, we're finally able to take on the dragon. This dragon is named Long, but we're going to give him the short end of the sword because, as you know, it's how we roll. This dragon is a frost type. Unfortunately, fire isn't exactly going to work on it. Its weakness is electricity, believe it or not. I want to make sure that my demon casts electric attacks directly on it, as soon as those attacks have been strengthened. I like that frenzy attack, the way he just spins around like that. We never paralyze Long, but we knock him down to the first half of the fight. Uh-oh, Long's preparing for something. Fortunately, we survive. Let us continue to launch our righteous beatdown upon this beast. And we take him out. And the third line of the Pentacle is drawn upon Tokyo. Oh, it is a thing of beauty, folks. It is a thing of beauty. This time we're fighting a dark house of Mid-Eye. We haven't been here yet, but we're gonna leave our mark. However, while we're here, New and Orthus have a little conversation among themselves. Yeah, so that really doesn't go anywhere. Anyhow, we got another dragon to take down. This one's Vritra. We are prepared to receive the full fury of the Vritra. This dragon is weak to ice because it's a pyro dragon, and we are going to lay the hammer down upon him. Now his gimmick is that he casts Marin Karin, which causes people to fall in love with you, which can mess up your demons if it hits them. So we gotta be really careful about that. Fortunately, as you can see, he gets paralyzed pretty well by the frost spells we have at our disposal. Now Vritra's gonna cast Inferno upon us, but we're defending, so we don't take a lot of damage. And he's done. He's so done. Okay, you can't rock out to this as much, but eh. More luck is always good. And Tokyo grows still as the fourth line of the pentacle is drawn upon it. We're so close, folks. We're so close to the end. We are now going to face the Great Koryu. Let's do this, Guto. This is it, folks. This is the battle with the final dragon. This one is weak to wind, so we shall bring forth the awesome power of the wind with our Kurama, who blows a mighty breeze from his horn, called Zondine. You shall be cleansed, Great Koryu. You shall be cleansed with the mighty power of wind. As you can see, Great Koryu has Megiddo spells, which are the most powerful spells in Shin Megami Tensei games. It doesn't matter who you are, there is no defense against a Megiddo spell. There's no weakness. But that's fine, because we take him down the first time. Watch as we beat you down, Great Koryu. Watch as we beat you down. Woo! Uh-oh. Great Koryu has something up its sleeve. It's a Thunderbolt attack. Bonk is all it's gonna do, because we are that prepared. And we defeat the Great Koryu. And we can use some more magic. We are now about to receive the Death Star, folks. Can you feel the anticipation? And the pentacle is complete. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Is Tokyo not the most metal place in the world right now at this moment? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. But we are not to get complacent yet, folks, because we have one final boss from whom we need to wrench the Death Star. We are indeed capable of traveling the waterways. We unlocked the turtle a long time ago. So finally, we break into the confinement chambers where the Great Koryu is waiting for us. Let's go see what he has to say. That's right, folks. We have to fight at the 666th floor in order to take out this boss and to get our Death Star. Didn't I promise metal, folks? Did I not promise metal for this episode? Here comes Mikaboshi. Clever viewers of the Shin Megami Tensei series will notice that his model is actually based on that of Amaterasu from Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I just wanted to point that out because it's kind of weird, since Amaterasu is a girl and all. Uh-oh, is this Guto's original Slayer? We have more than one score to settle with this demon, it seems. So Mikaboshi is weak to both wind and ice. So we're going to be throwing wind demons and ice demons at him. First thing you notice is that Mikaboshi will not stand still in order to get hit. He will bounce around like anything. But finally we get a lucky hit on him. I want to make sure my demon is all healed up. And now we see Mikaboshi's true gimmick in this game, in that he casts a magic spell which will seal your demons. If your demons are caught in it, you will not be able to use them for the rest of the battle. And Mute Beam does a lot of damage to you too. As you can see here, neither of the demons that I had out can be brought back into battle, which is a tough call because we're going to go through a lot of them. So eventually all I'm left with is my Raidou, and my Raidou is going to take out Mikaboshi in the most metal way possible, with a glacial blast of righteousness right at its tuchus. And down he goes. Thanks, Raidou, you're awesome. But of course, you already knew that. Well, we're going Chaos Paths, so we do not serve the Yatagarasu as a Kuzunoha. And at last, we have the Shukohan Seki, which will allow us to make the Death Star sword. Mikaboshi right here is saying that we will be able to fuse him in the future. If you're playing Law, you will not be able to fuse Mikaboshi. Mikaboshi is only available to neutral or chaos players of this game. But we still have to make the sword. The sword is not in our inventory yet. Before we head out, we're gonna speak with the Great Koryu again. And now, folks, the most metal bit of all, we are going to be able to ride on the back of Great Koryu. We are going to be riding over Tokyo in a motherfucking dragon. If that ain't metal, I don't know what is. So we beat our Thunder Taiko. A pentacle appears, and then Great Koryu. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even the game knows how metal this is. And now we can go around to all the points we couldn't get to before and pick up all the items. Like down here. There's a strength incense. Awesome. But now we head back to Victor's in order to actually make our sword. Here is the Death Star gem from which you shall make our most precious sword, a sword which shall slay even the great healing Apollyon itself. And with it, we shall perform great deeds upon Tokyo, deeds that will be talked about for years to come, and perhaps made into a video game sometime in 2009. I should mention that this is the last game that Atlus put out on the PlayStation 2, really late in its life cycle. That's when I bought it, and it was fucking awesome then, and it's fucking awesome now. We want to start with a Renki, which is the base sword. And now we can make Yomitsuto, the Apollyon killer, which provides us 20 points of health and 5 in luck. It's not as strong as our current sword, but it doesn't matter because it does something that no other sword can do. Well, everyone, I want to thank you so much for coming on this most metal journey with us. It was a fascinating trip across Tokyo, and I'm sure we won't have another like it for some time now. So keep rocking, keep those horns up, keep metal alive in your hearts, because Raidou certainly is. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.